Now that you've got that presentation all together, you might want to be able to print it. That way you can review at home or on the bus, or maybe you can hand it out so that your audience can follow along and make notes or even take it away with them. Let's take a look at some of your options. Of course, as with most applications, you can just hit the Print button, and that will use default settings to print all your slides. If you want a little bit more control, like me, then you should bring out the print interface by selecting File, Print, or type Control P. Let's take a look at that printing interface. It's quite straightforward, and we will work through all of the options. If you immediately clicked OK, then your presentation will print out slides, and all of them will go to your default printer. If you aren't ready to print out the whole thing right there and then, you can change it here. You could select the current slide, and it will print only the slide that is currently active. Or you could select this button to print individual slides or a range of slides. If you wanted to print out just the first 2 pages, you would type 1, 2. Or if you wanted the first 3 pages, 1-3 will print from 1 to 3. If you had a few slides selected when you opened this window, this radio button here will be active, allowing you to print just the slides you have selected. Of course, you can set the number of copies to print. You'll probably want to select collate also, unless you're really a fan of sorting big piles of copies after they print. Looking a little further down, you see the Print What field. Pulling this down shows that in addition to slides, you can print handouts, note pages, and the outline. And if you want to see what it looks like before printing, just click on the Preview button here at the bottom. Okay, but what's the difference between a handout and a printed copy of your presentation? Glad you asked. Choosing the Slides option will print out each slide on its own sheet of paper. Useful if you want a hard copy of your presentation for proofing or practicing. Selecting Handouts lets you place multiple slides on the same page and activates the Handouts area of the window. This is perfect for situations in which you want to give out a small overview or recap of your whole presentation to your audience, but without using so many sheets of paper. You can even choose how many slides you want to put on each page of the handout over here. A nice way to print for an audience is to select 3 per page. Then you automatically get note lines, like this. In the standard view of your slides, you have the option of entering notes at the bottom. This may also be space for your students or attendees of your presentation to enter notes of their own if you distribute a soft copy of your presentation or a hard copy. But this area is often also used by the presenter to make detailed notes for themselves or for others who might later be using this presentation. When you print the notes pages, whatever you have entered will appear underneath the slide, like this. Finally, if space or paper is at a premium, and there's no real reason why you need to hand out replicas of the actual slides in your presentation, you can choose Outline, which will print out just the text from each slide in a semi-outline format. Instead of printing your slides color, you may choose black and white or grayscale as well. The last basic features we will cover are Scale to Fit, which will scale your print to fit whatever paper is being used, and Frame Slides, which will frame the slide with a black line when you print it. Now you are ready to go. Just enter the number of copies and print, print, print.